Okay, checking names again. Okay, so O'Hagan was still breathing. So we've got an O'Hagan, which I think was to do with the top bit. The people that escaped on the life rafts. The group of bodies over here. Let me just check who's O'Hagan. In terms of the crew manifest, O'Hagan, O'Farrell, Patrick O'Hagan from Ireland. And he was said at one point that he's still breathing. The seaman from Ireland. Okay. It's one of these. The Calling. I have it. So she's already dead because this is her death scene, and Beng is a little bit too late with opening the chest to kill them and knock them unconscious. That's where she died. Don't know how she died there. Seeing as this one was close, maybe she was strangled from behind, or her neck broken. But an unknown fate. Let's see what's options to be have. Crushed, decapitated, drowned, eaten, expired, exploded, fell, froze, illness, killed with a sword, knifed, poisoned, shot, speared, strangled. She was strangled by the beast. Enemy. As far as we can tell. The scene. And then there was a scene just before this. And this guy is the guy that lived a little bit longer. Part 3 of 6.
O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you roll? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
Was it 2 of them? Asking O'Hagan, are you still breathing? And shouting at Nichols to shoot him. This is Nichols, cowering. O'Hagan, are you still breathing? Yeah, so, okay, so this is what was happening to Miss Lim. She was being strangled, yeah. strangles or the throat was slashed. Seeing those long nails. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. I'm just noticing the sparkly shining things that they've got. I've been wondering about that. And it's on the horizon, like, ah, it's them! Unless it's actually a torchlight or something. Looks like it's the people. Is more of them? No, just the one. Maybe it's a torchlight. That got knocked overboard. Who's this guy? One of the shooters got pulled overboard. This guy got speared. This guy got speared. Bing escaped somehow from his bindings to try and go and open the chest. O'Hagan, are you still breathing? Was the last question. I'm trying to figure out which person is O'Hagan. It means one of these people were O'Hagan. That one seems likely. What? Do you mean because he had a pipe? Was he drinking? Who was still breathing then? Which one looks Irish? O'Hagan. We can probably go back one as well. The one slumped over, you mean? This one? Let's go back one. So there's a couple of deaths here. This is 410.
Keep rowing! Where is it? There! Something there! I see it! Give us a weapon! Shoot it! Mike and I! Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
Row, you fools! You don't remember she is as confused as I am. Okay, now a couple of people die. And there were 3 enemies. Okay, so one guy got speared here. One guy already got pulled overboard on this side. And then a short moment later, this guy with a pipe in his mouth also got pulled over on the other side. So there are 2 people that we don't get to know what happened to them, and I'm wondering if it's these 2. So this one gets pulled overboard now, and then a moment later this guy also gets pulled overboard. I wonder if that's the 2 that we don't know what happened to them. Oh, this guy. O'Hagan, you're still breathing. But O'Hagan doesn't answer, that's the thing. This is where this guy dies. Probably the one with the pipe. And this guy is Nichols, the guy that instigated the thievery. this guy look Irish? What is this? That guy. I'm thinking of the gambling guy. It's either the guy with the pipe. Neither of those actually feel very Irish to me, so I don't know. Okay, let's go one more. So one of these guys got an earlier one.
Keep course due east. We'll reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
休假，你玩抓不？
我冇问题，但是伊来想啊，绝对袂当互伊落去水底。
那是遐个怪物出现，你绝对卖起来。
Aye, shut it up.
They say strange things about monsters.
I'm wondering if this guy was the guy to shout, because we don't hear him later, and he seems to have translated what the others were saying. Check. Have a passenger list. See who we think might understand some Formosan language. Persian, maybe somebody from China? I think it's close. So maybe one of the Chinese topmans? Wang Li, Zhi Zhang, Li Hong, or Wei Li. We haven't got any of these people. But over here, over here, underway. This might be the Irish guy. Drowned from an enemy, I think. Yeah, we think the people that got pulled overboard drowned. I think some of these people as well escaped on a lifeboat. Shot each brain. Strangled enemy. It doesn't actually give us strangled enemy as an option. I haven't confirmed that. So when it's well defined, it says that. Maybe. Let me check. Claude. One of these. Maybe this guy? O'Hagan? So O'Hagan is a seaman, so he might be general anything on the boat. Their duties. Crossed cargo. What's this guy doing? I don't understand what's happening over there. It seems like somebody's holding something around his throat. But it doesn't seem from this one that it's this guy. Because his arm is resting next to him. And then there's something that does this. None solved. Ah, he was sitting on one of the riggings. Okay, let me try this again. He's just throwing his arm out. I'm seeing things as if the guy that was drawing it managed to capture the moment perfectly. Electrocuted, speared. So this might be a top man. We saw the Chinese were all topmen as well, yeah. Okay, so any of the Chinese people could understand Formosan probably. Engineer of souls. They're still blurry, so I'm missing some info. Ah, okay. Okay. I don't understand quite what all the visual cues are for what's solvable and what's not solvable. Okay. Just checking all my previous clues if I missed something. Okay. I think I'm gonna go and check the surgery one, the guy that lost his leg. The guy that lost his leg mentioned, or they mentioned John. Yeah, the surgery. Where was this? In the back, maybe? No, one down. So the guy that lost his leg, in that death moment they said something about John. All's right, John? Everything's fine, John? Just check. I think I had it on the ship. Check one of these. Not this one. Not this one. This one? Yeah, this one. So it is near the lazaret, but by the side of the stairs. Okay. Other side. Yeah, okay, there's the body. This is 520.
Keep pressure here.
I like through magic or something to better information.
What madness is this? 20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
Those ungodly beasts carry a curse! Throw them back or doom us all!
Tie him up and put him in the lazaret with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Come on. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
Embarrassing Swedish acting. I saw there's a bit of language there that I didn't quite get. Let me check which. This is a captain. This guy we knew was the. Trying to figure out who's the John they are referencing. This guy. So this is the first mate. So there's a fourth mate that's the captain as well. Not the captain. And this guy disagreed and wanted to throw the things overboard. The bad things. Okay. Strong guy. "20 years my steward." So I wonder if it's the captain that was doing the talking there. 20 years my steward. So the guy that is so this is the guy that died, losing a leg. Unholy captives. What else do we know about 4? on the cargo deck. This is the right chapter. The Era Darar line. Ah, okay. So this guy died bleeding out. Check who was in the scene. This guy, this guy, this guy. Ah, so some of them are well defined. So I think this, hold on. William Hoskett, Captain. Ah, so this is blurred, so we don't know much about this guy. This is not blurred. This is blurred. Doesn't sound like a native Swede. It's a voice actor Swede. Sounds whatever they want to sound like. Location of the corpse. Okay. Wait a minute, they were gonna throw him in the lazarette. Ah, this is the corpse that we found. So he died of a year, but the corpse was moved? Or we found the leg part of his corpse. Because we found like one bone. It's badly Swedish, it's just bad line reading. Okay, who are these guys? I think this is then probably the surgeon. So he's actually trying to stem the bleeding. One of the shooters. That guy. Kind of fits the scene, dispassionate. Yeah, it seems like they've already forgot about the guy that's dying, and there's some other action going on behind it. That's actually the clues. This is the bosun, the guy that's supposed to be the ship organizer. Ah, so we've got other people over here as well. This is the artist, yes. That guy. This is Mr. Wolf. Oh no, Mr. Wolf is next to him. Ah, wait a minute. Ah, so they are returning. Wait a minute. Number 4. They are returning the treasure that the other people tried to steal. Okay. Maybe 2 lines of Swedish in the game. Save on the Swede. Get somebody that thinks they can speak Swedish. Okay. Interesting. So now they got the treasure back and they are carrying it down. But already there's one corpse here. Which was 515. Got lots of notes. 515. Yeah, it was a stumble down the stairs. Where they were carrying down what I thought was a fish, which might have been the sea people, unconscious sea people. Okay. Who's this guy? Okay. They're gonna take the body away. Not very successfully, but it's still there. Okay. Carrying the treasure back. Still alive for a moment. guy. And that guy. I assume they were none of the people that tried to steal it in the first place. "20 years my steward." I wonder, can we actually... I want to listen to the sound again and see if it actually matches... The person that was speaking matches the captain's voice. How did they die? They got torn apart. Decapitated, drowned. Torn apart by the beast. You think. Don't know who they are yet. Okay, let's end this memory. 20 years my steward. I think the clue there for me is 20 years my steward. So he's talking about his steward, and I think that means it's the captain's steward that they were gonna throw in the rig. Which was... the person tied up was this person. So, let's check the crew manifest. And captain's mate. Is there a captain's mate? Captain Stewart, yeah. Ah, Philip Dahl, Sweden. Ah, there we go. No question. Seeing as it's the captain taking charge of that. I'm missing 2 chapters, so I'm missing chapter 2 and chapter 8. I've got... I'm missing Bitter Cold and Bargain. Okay, so if we try this again... We don't know what's happened yet to him. Hold on, let me check. We haven't got anything about this guy. 3 memories. Wait, we've got 3 memories. Show memories on the deck map. It was over there when he was actually being thrown in the rig. And unholy captives. Ah, yeah. So he got upset about this situation. The fish people, the mer people, and I wonder if it was... He wasn't on the boat. He might have been on the main deck or something when these people returned. Captain Stewart. Murlocs, yeah. Murlocs. The mer people. We haven't got a death, we don't know what happened to him yet. I wonder if we actually go inside at some point. Let me check. Sorry, I'm gonna check this memory again. Understand the context of all the noises.
Keep pressure here.
Hold him down. What madness is this? 20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
Those ungodly beasts carry a curse! Throw them back or doom us all!
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Come on.
All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
Wait a minute. I think because of where we found the leg is actually where the answer to that question. It's gonna bug me, man. I think the rest of his leg is where we found it. Over there. There's the rest of his leg. Ah, we found the answer. Well, according to Sea Lake and Lock. Maybe? Near Lock? Good question. I'll leave you to ponder that. I'm going to take a short bio and stretching break. I'll be back in 2 to 5 minutes.